Let me tell you the story of this beautiful lady you are about to watch. She's called Emma. In 2020, COVID had hit at the time, and I was on a call with Emma's sister, Dorcas, and I sort of cracked a joke, and Emma laughed a lot more than even Dorcas because the phone was on loudspeaker. And so I wanted to speak to Emma. So I spoke with her, and her talking voice really took me by surprise, only to find out that she's an amazing singer. 4 years on our very first Christmas edition with a music addition to our podcast, I invited Emma to sing "Oh Holy Night." Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Emma Donko.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and pining till he appeared, and his soul felt his word. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices all night, divine all night, when Christ was born. A holy night, divine all night Truly, he taught us to love one another. His love is love, and his gospel is peace.
You're welcome to the game session on Talk No the Cook Rice podcast. And the name of this session is what? Akosia, tell us.
RRR.
What's the meaning of RR?
Real recognize.
Real recognize
Real.
As you can see in the studios, we are with a very wonderful team. And we're not here to joke at all. This team is prepped. And they have their own names. Please, to my right, please, what's the name of your family?
1, 2, 3. The Jingles. Yeah.
The Jingles, Charlie.
Exactly.
Okay.
Shake it.
Okay, I like the energy. I like it. Now, to my left, Akosia, can you ask them the name?
Please, what's your name?
Else.
Are you short?
Nope.
This is a game session, and there are rules to play by. The first game we're going to play is called the quiz. Say the quiz.
The quiz.
Solid. In this round, the ever-dashing Akosia to my left, who is a very pretty lady, just so you know, she's the host of For Kids Paradise. Yeah, she's a celebrity. Okay. She's not a regular lady. Oh, give it up. Yeah. Akosia is going to take us through 5 questions. When we come to your family, all we expect is the answer. It's not, is it? No, they be like straight. If you don't get it right, you give a bonus to the next family, the next team. Of course, we have a band in the house, and they're going to give us some suspense music to answer. So when we're asking the question, it's a lot more tense. You see, like, yeah, we are not joking. More like Who Wants to Be Rich kind of vibe, you know? Great. Ako said you have the first question ready.
The first question, actually, you need your science teacher. So this
Solid.
question, if you don't even remember your science teacher, then forget. So it's actually about formulas, right?
Hey.
So the first question,
Christmas.
what is the chemical formula for snow?
Is it us?
Yeah.
Jingles.
Jingles.
H2O.
Yeah, right. Wow. Charlie, solid. I like it. The jingles didn't come to play. Ako said you have the next question ready.
The next question is ready.
It must be difficult too. We don't
Very
want soft.
difficult.
Solid.
Not at all.
Push it.
It's about to go down. Which country is credited with starting the tradition of Christmas trees? 5 marks if you get it correct.
Let's go United States. I don't know.
5,
4,
Try go United States.
3,
United States.
2.
United States of America.
Wait, come again.
United States of America, USA.
I'm sorry. Ping.
Sorry. They didn't get it right. Oh, still give it up. Encourage them. Great. Moving on to our third question.
No, but you said you give us a bonus.
The bonus.
Oh, okay. Wow. Thanks for reminding me. You guys are smart. I like people who remind.
Like the jingle.
Wow.
Jingles.
The jingles.
They're always jingling.
They are always jingling.
Jingling.
I like that.
Okay, so do you have the answer, please? The question again is, which country is credited with starting the tradition of Christmas tree?
My two shock me fist.
Chair, I dare about coming. Those who don't know the answer, they are not.
I got you. I feel like it's Switzerland.
Hey, you didn't access.
I don't know.
Say Canada. It's not Canada. Akusa, can you tell us the answer?
The answer is Germany!
Germany! Really? Germany!
Solid.
Germany.
That is quite funny for me. All right. When we gave the answer, it's like, I knew it. It's like those people that, those when we're in school, they don't get the answer right. There's some sharp being in the class who will give the answer that say, your answer is wrong. Then the person go, maybe said the answer is 4, but the person go like, say the answer is 6, you missed this formula. Then Sir goes like, wow, you are correct. Then those of us who didn't know, that's why.
In drunk one.
All right. I like what's happening. To our fourth question, of course, are you ready for us?
I noted.
I'm very ready. Always ready, was born ready.
Solid. I like that. Push it.
So you guys know the Home Alone movie, right?
Oh, yes.
You know the Home Alone. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave heaven behind?
Which one? Part 1 or part 2? Because both.
If in your childhood you didn't watch
I know
It's
one was
about to
Paris.
go down.
we'll see.
In
You
5,
know, you yourself, you know that.
I can answer it for you right now.
No, can you imagine you're asking the
They want
judges
us to
if
give
they-
them a clue.
Don't mind them. 5, 4, 3.
Paris.
Oh,
Debbie, I say I didn't know. Wow. For a bonus.
Bonus.
right, bonus.
Paris, France.
Wow, give it up for them.
I'm not seeing
Nice one.
The elves have made it.
The elves have made it.
Oh, yes.
Finally, they are gaining some
Yeah.
heights.
Yeah. Some leverage.
Sit down.
Akoso, you ready for the next question?
I'm ready. So this one, if you don't have voice, okay, actually, Lent, you guys can sing, right?
Yep.
That's
And so this
wonderful.
is our
So
next
let's
question.
go. It's Feliz Navidad. Are you ready?
Is that question?
Your question. So what Christmas card contains the lyrics? Fa la 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 la.
What Christmas card? Like the name of the song?
Yes.
Yep.
Deck the halls.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Okay.
Charlie, I like what is happening. It seems like
See what's
everybody
going
know
on.
they
Yeah.
celebrated Christmas.
Exactly.
I want to call it multi-grass. It's a process. All
It's a
right.
process. Don't get
Solid.
there. Okay.
Do we have the next question
The
ready?
next question, the last but not the least.
Wow.
What does this one if you don't get it, I'm sorry you don't cast. What does Feliz Navidad mean in English? Feliz Navidad.
What does it mean?
Feliz
Happy translation. I
Navidad.
think Merry Christmas.
Woo! And that is a win.
I like this. All right. Don't worry, don't worry. We got you. We got you. Now I want to bring a local. I want to make it local.
Oh, yes.
So this is your third question, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So you are leading, right?
Yeah.
Great. In Ghana,
Hey.
there is a local carol in Tree that starts with a 3-letter word and is repeated 3 times at the beginning of the song.
So simple.
It's easy. No.
3-letter
Again.
word repeated 3 times at the beginning of the song.
Don't think.
The elves, are you ready for us?
Listen, as the son of the motherland.
This is the whole question again.
I'm taking it again. In Ghana,
They
there is
won't
a
get it.
local carol that starts with a 3-letter word that is repeated 3 times in the first line of the song. What song is it? 5, 4,
3,
3,
2, two.
Say.
Come on, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Hello. Because no. You were counting down. And you stopped.
Hey, no.
You don't stop a countdown.
Remember,
Repeated 2,
Don't.
4, 3, 2.
are you teaching me my day job?
Yes, no. You were
Wow. It's like people don't trust our process.
No.
Great. So because it's a tie, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a
One
tie.
question, which is a riddle.
Okay.
The first to get it takes it.
All right.
It is a riddle. The first to get it takes it.
All right.
I am a huge figure.
Santa Claus.
It's in his mind.
Now wait.
Hold on.
Let me get it.
Hold on. I think to make the rules very simple, because we don't have bells, when I mention the clue and you are sure of your answer, you just give your answer.
All right.
I changed the riddle.
He doesn't like us.
I changed the riddle.
It would have been, I'm sure.
I'm incorrect.
I'm like, no.
Wow. Give it up for our band. All right. In Ghana, there are a lot of podcasts. One particular one stands tall amongst all. Stands tall amongst all.
It rhymes.
right.
Rhymes.
I'm sorry, we didn't catch it fast.
The podcast has 2 hosts. Oh, what? Top of the group. Sorry. Let me continue if you can get it. Let me continue. Or you are sure you can get it?
No, let's continue. Relax.
I'm sure.
Okay, give us the answer.
Yawa of the day.
Hey. This is indeed Yawa of the day.
Did I
Two
get it?
hosts, a male and a female.
Stay by plan.
Stay by plan. No. But it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Hey.
Relax.
It's too late.
It's not too late.
It's too late.
I've not even heard of it before, man.
You've never heard of it. Sorry. Stay by plan. They have two hosts, a male and a female. I mean, yeah. You got it, but just that. You got your first clue wrong. And that's why you make it. So sorry about it.
Yeah.
One last riddle.
All right.
Then
Wait, so
you
relax.
break the
So
time.
because I got it wrong, I can't say it again. Yeah.
No, yeah, you can't.
And I
get
didn't
it.
say that.
Why? So that you get a vibe. Thank you very much. The last time.
All right.
The last riddle. 28th November. It's a Thursday. 8 people are on set for a recording. One guest is wearing. No, I'm when you serious. Is wearing a Nike sneaker. What show is that?
Talking to the cook rice.
Talking to the Cook Guys. Give it up for them. Give it up for them, everybody. Thank you very much. Yeah. Wow, she. All right. It's a tie for this game. We're moving to the next quiz. Let's give it up for ourselves. All right. So the next game session is Continue the Carol. If you get the lyric wrong,
Don't count on me
we
like that.
deduct the marks you've already gotten.
Hey.
The band, are you ready? Give us our first carol.
I know the carol.
This is for you guys. It's okay. Stop it.
I didn't even catch it.
Do you know it?
I know it.
10.
Yeah.
Are you asking me or you're giving me an answer?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
If you get it wrong, we deduct from your points.
Deduct.
All right, are they correct? It's still. Give it up for them. Give it up for them. Simon.
Don't play with him.
I like that.
Don't play with him.
Moving on
Don't play with me.
to the elves. Sorry, I won't play with you. The elves.
But wasn't he supposed to sing it?
No, they just continue. Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, we get the point. So moving on, you sing it for us. Great.
Oh.
You sing it for us. You sing it for us. Band, are you ready? Give us a second one. Let's go. Sing it. What's the name? Mintio. Say what? The song itself.
Ding dong,
No,
merrily on high.
Papa sing.
In heaven, the bells are ringing. Ding
I think they know the answer. Let's give it up for them. Give it up for them. All right. The third carol is one that is excited. For this one, we'll pause multiple times. We come to you, you give us the first line, we pause, you continue for us. The band, are you ready? Let's go.
Charlie. I knew it.
You love gave to me.
On the third day. Stop. Third day. Third day.
On Christmas, my children for me.
What's it then?
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves.
Third day. We say third day.
3 French hens, I'm sorry.
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Are you ready? Give us an intro again. Yes, sir. From 8th day downwards, go.
You can't email this.
8 milks are milking. 7
This one's a swinging 6, Giza laying 5, golden
Calling them 3 precious
All right. They seem to know their stuff, right?
Yeah, we
They
know
got
our
it. Give it up for the elves. Are you ready for us, the jingles?
It's like you cannot do the count.
Don't worry, it will
Because
come.
there's this one, Obi in cassette 24.
Don't worry. We're coming to you. The intro again.
Oh.
Same song. On the 10th day downwards.
M.
I believe in you.
Wait.
It is possible. It is possible. If I can even 9 from 8, I'm sure.
5.
Oh, please wait.
Yeah, 9 ladies dancing.
10.
You don't seem to know the answer.
10. 5 first birthday. 9. 9 ladies dancing. 8 maids are milking. 7 sauces.
Hey, what are you saying? Relax.
I don't like the way. Give it to me. Let's go. The first one.
Can say please God?
Like from 10, right?
Yes, please. You have 4 seconds.
10.
3.
First piping. 9 ladies dancing.
2.
8 Jesus. 8 maids are milking. 7 swans are swimming. 6 geese are laying. 5.
Sing it. All right. It seems this is a favorite carol for everybody. So we're doing it from the 12 downwards and we want it to the high life mode. Do we go? 3, a 2. We go. Yeah.
Woo!
On the 12th day of... We are all singing it. True love sent to me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, Wow. I like that. So both ties in both places. Moving on to the next carol. Are you ready for us?
Ever ready?
Agita.
Let them sing it.
It's in the spirit.
Sing that song.
Nine. Somebody sleep.
All right. Give it up. I like that. Everybody seems to know the carols, yeah?
Hey, bro.
Akosa, what's the last carol we have that the band is going to play for us?
The first Noel.
And this song, I see people singing almost ring cat. Oh, I don't want to walk. Can be a film. Oh,
This one
I don't know. I took. Can we have it? Let's go. Sing it.
Searching for shepherds in fields as daily.
Sing it.
In fields where they lay, all keeping their
Are you singing some?
No.
Bro, take it up, Chico.
That was so
Let's all
Let's
sing
go. No.
Stop it.
Born is the King of Israel.
Wow, they know that song. Give it up. All right. These guys seem to know almost every song we've brought today. And I want to do this. Give me a song you are sure they cannot be able to sing. A Christmas carol you are confident they will not be able to sing.
Oh no.
All right, let's go.
Should she sing it or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good King Wenceslas last looked out.
You know.
When there's no king round about.
Instrumentally, don't even know.
Presley shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. When the fall was as the winter feud.
Wow. Wow. Hold on. Continue.
Continue.
You don't know.
Hands up.
Charlie, me cram in tin with that. Oh, give it up for the jingles. Now, the same question to you guys. Give me a carol you are sure they cannot sing.
I can't sing it. But if I say the title, they can't sing it.
No,
Try it.
it's a song you should. I don't want titles. I want the
It's song,
singing.
I can't sing it, but
Okay, then choose another song. A song that you are sure. If you can't get it, they win for both competitions and they take the cash prize.
I mean,
This kind of KFC.
5, 4, 3.
I have something. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
Wait.
This guy.
What? Christmas tree?
no. Let them finish your word.
Okay, that's the point. Yeah.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Take it.
oh, Christmas tree.
Faster. I want the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
The lyrics. You don't know the lyrics.
Hold on.
They can't sing it.
Oh, Christmas tree. People are not good. Oh,
Everybody said, you
Christmas
see?
tree. Your leaves are
No.
three verses. I promise.
No, verse 1 and 2 verses. Sorry. Go and sit down. Even me, I know the lyrics. Tina said, Madam.
Okay, sing it.
Are you daring me?
Oh, guys, I
Give me the key.
Let's go.
Oh yes.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, how I love you. Sorry.
Obasabi.
Sorry.
Obasabi.
So, wow, nobody got it.
Yeah.
No,
So it's still a
wait.
time.
It's a
I have
tie.
a question.
It's a tie. Quick
The
question.
instruction.
To sing a song they cannot sing.
What
You couldn't
that
sing it.
No one knows.
No.
Yes.
They cannot
It was
sing.
no's.
Sorry, sit down.
No, because-
Sorry.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Cry,
Sorry.
don't cry.
Don't be emotional.
All right.
Abans.
Quick one, then we're done with this session. In 10 seconds. Okay. The first, no, this one is not 10 seconds. When you get the answer, just give it. And that's the tiebreaker. You win it. How many letters are in Talking to the Good Guys podcast?
Guys. Bro. No, 21.
Don't watch.
21.
22.
21. You also said 22.
Yes.
Let's all count it.
Jeez.
Sorry, it's
Sorry, don't say sorry.
17.
17.
How many?
No.
70.
24.
It's 24. It's a podcast man. It's a podcast man.
Montana said.
Bring us two.
Great. There you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. Guys, as you can see, we've been trying to break the tie. The tie is not breaking. The tie is not breaking.
Bring a question, a
So,
question.
yeah, we're wrapping up this session, and both of them are going to split the tie. Give it up for each other. Give it up, give it up, give it up. All right. It's been the real, recognized real game session with me, Derek, Elo, Ashilevi, and...
AKOSUA. I go by the name Akusia.
Got it. We're out, guys. Thank you.
All hail the power of Jesus' name. Let angels prostrate fall. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all. Oh, hail the power of Jesus' name. Let angels prostrate fall, bringing forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all, and crown him Lord of all. Yahudima Petri, Waye in Sata, Waye in Sata, Chikwe. Yahudima Petri, Den Krana Minyamaro, Waye in Sata, and you may not into a son, Sembenamika, Adum Rain, Yabutim Petri, Den Krana
Wow. Let me give my own applause. Che, I think for me, the very first concern is, how do you
Consent,
feel?
man. How you start to consent?
How do you feel being a singer in a category that is not so quite popular in Ghana, R&B, gospel R&B, you know?
Yeah.
How do you feel? I mean, being the first, more like part of the pioneers, you know?
First of all, I won't say part of the pioneers because the real pioneer was Daninete.
Yeah.
So Daninete is like when it comes to contemporary gospel music and, you know, R&B also falls in that aspect. It's the late Daninete. But we are finding our feet. It's not, again, as you said, it's not so popular because a lot of people, when people think about gospel music, they are thinking about like a highlight group, like a stuff like that. But if like we come into the scene and we are doing like it in a different way, it hasn't been widely accepted. But Ghanaians are trying for us.
Wow.
Kakra, we are.
And I like that
Platform.
because, of course, some recognition is also coming.
Yeah.
You've been nominated VGMA a couple of times. How do you feel getting to see that, oh, the little thing I started, and I started watching your videos way before COVID.
Wow.
You'd be in your room, I forgot it, either blue paint or something.
Hey!
Yeah, blue paint. Then you're just singing and playing. I'm like, oh, Quables is here. You know, how do you feel eventually seeing that all the hard work is sort of paying off, you know?
Oh, it's an amazing feeling. I won't lie. I won't sit here and say, oh, an actor's sanctimonious and be like, you know, it's a really nice feeling, especially being nominated 3 times for TGM's Best Vocal Performance. It's amazing. It's amazing. And by God's grace, we are still working hard. We have like our EP out. We have a lot of projects out by God's grace as an independent artist. That's amazing. So since 2018, we've been putting out music back to back every single year till 2024. It's an amazing journey, and yeah, thank you guys for inviting me.
No, you got it. I mean, talking with the Cook Rice, we just see a lot of young people doing well,
Right.
and we just want to know their story. I think for me, one question that has really been on my heart, I've always wanted to ask is, I mean, we're celebrating Christmas,
Right.
but let's be honest, some people are also grieving in these moments. I mean, we both have a friend, Kofi Noel.
Yeah.
I promise when I heard the news, I was very, you know, how do people navigate? You know, Christmas is known to be a celebratory moment, but not every home is going to have 5 chicken or a goat or a ram killed.
Right.
There's some crying somewhere. Yeah. How do people navigate, I mean, this season, you know?
I mean, that's where, as Christians, the strength of God comes in. In times of peril, in times of sadness, He's our only compensation, you know. And I've been in that situation before where, like, you know, it's Christmas and you don't really have anything to celebrate, you know. And all I can say is just trust God. Just trust God. He has, if this Christmas you didn't eat chicken. Next year you go chop chicken.
Charlie.
You know, that's why there's a song that I wrote from the inspiration of my mom called GDA. And the chorus of GDA goes, Adie nyansain. And that's one nyansain. GDA say, Obayama. Like there's hope isn't lost. Once you have, my dad always says something, once you have life, there's always another chance. So I'm just going to encourage you to just keep the faith, keep believing in God, keep trusting Him, and He's definitely going to come through for you. Even if, like, you know, it's a bad season for you, even if it's a trying season for you, it's just a season. It will pass. It will pass.
Wow. Thanks for that encouragement, because as I mentioned, some people, it's tough. It's a tough Christmas for them. I am personally happy to see you do what you do. I said, is this what they call Insenku? Or Insenku? Is guitar Insenku? And I say, you know,
I don't know what the tree is.
The tree name for guitar. But I know, of course, it's practice and all of that.
Yeah.
But I know that there's a point in time in my life I started playing the guitar. And I'm
Everybody says that there was a point.
Oh, man.
I never finished learning it.
You know, I think I want to know what built that resilience to, because it's not easy. Of course, I'm sure do they go like, I don't know all days.
No, I mean, I take care of. If you don't know, I'm going to get to. But I started playing in 2018. That's when I started playing. And I started playing because I was on campus at that time, Central University. And I was being called for, like, you know, these small events on campus. But I would always call, like, the guitarist or, like, a keyboardist in school and be like, tell them I'm busy. Because the guitarist I knew was a civil engineering student. The other one too was an architecture student. They don't have time. So I was like, you know what? Just give me the guitar. Show me where do is. Show me where fa is. Show me where so is. So that's how I started. But then I fell in love with it, to be very honest. And my dad told me that when I was little, when I came to his studio, he would always try and push me to the keyboard, but I would always want to go to the guitar. You know, so he bought me my first guitar. It was an Ibanez guitar. I think he bought a La Paz. Like, so I said 20 CDs. It was really torn down, but then, like, that's what I used. And it's an amazing instrument to write music with. I've always told people, like, if you really want to, I mean, keyboardists also write music, but then if you want to have, like, a real feel of songwriting, it's a guitar.
Wow.
And it's as she and I have written a lot of songs together.
I don't know what you're doing, what man do, man. I don't know how to guitar.
A relationship.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that my last question will be the fact that instrumentalists, especially church instrumentalists, are known to be the bad boys. How do you feel as an instrumentalist yourself, that perception, especially as I mentioned, of course, you can't almost exclude yourself from me. How do you feel? Why do you think that church instrumentalists are always tagged with something bad, and how can they exonerate themselves, you know, as you have, you know?
You don't need to exonerate yourself.
Okay.
I've always said someone's perception of you shouldn't be your reality.
Okay.
Have you done it? If you've done it, then wow, awesome.
Okay.
But if you've not done it, it shouldn't bother you. Because I've heard a lot of things like that, like saying that, oh, when a church instrumentalist, I'm can elder who them that. Or can usher who them that. They be an instrumentalist. I don't know why, but I don't know what. Can't be very honest. That question, sometimes it gets me agitated a bit because, like, why is it always the instrumentalists?
Yeah.
Oh, they are the ones that are doing this in the church. They are the ones that are always asking for money. Listen, okay, I don't want to.
No, feel free, yeah.
The way musicians are disrespected is very, very sad because even in the Bible, sometimes the musicians went before.
Yeah.
You understand? They went before. So if you are saying that, why you say, what's the evidence? What's the evidence backing it? Don't let one experience you had with an instrumentalist define all instrumentalists. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So some of them are doing well. Some of them are holding 2 jobs plus. So imagine, I know a guy who works a regular job, 9 to 5, closes, goes to play jazz at this one. Then you come back again to church, come and rehearse, and all these, then you come and tell him that, oh, because I saw you playing here in Tino Orema, hey, now what should we need more on I say Orema, you know, but let's just give them grace.
Wow.
Give them grace. Yeah, just give them
I
grace.
know I said that was my last question, but one last one.
Right.
Your dad was a legendary.
It's a legendary.
Sorry, forgive me. Is a legendary musician.
Yeah.
Is there a certain pressure? You know, all young say, hey, Mobusiani, you are not. Is there a certain pressure to more like do better? More like I cannot fail because there's a certain trend, you know.
I mean, shout out to my dad, Fredima. At first, there was pressure, I won't lie, because you enter a space and people even start like, oh, Pacho, okay, because they know that's your dad. But he has assured me that I don't need to feel any pressure because he told his own lane. Yeah. My dad, an amazing songwriter, producer, music arranger, everything, entertainment pundits. But he has told me, like from the beginning, that just toe your own line. Wow. Of course, I can't run away from the fact that he's my father. Yeah. But then, right now, I don't feel that pressure anymore because I'm towing my own line. You know, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. Even though we are the same, you know, but yeah, it's cool.
Jay, you're a fine boy.
I what?
You're a fine boy. 1, 2, you play the instrument.
I'll run it.
3, never. 3, you have a crazy, beautiful voice. How do you manage the girls?
It's possible.
Oh, man, a political statement, and I say...
Hey, Yazoo. No, I think that, I'll be very honest. You people think that, oh, change the man house out. There you
Man house.
But over me, I fire the momo. Because the fire the momo, but I don't, like in all seriousness, I'm a very, very reserved person. I mean, PSA, maybe I'm share them and all these things, but maybe I'll do like what Nila did. I'll just drop wedding video like that. Maybe if I go born safe, if I go please. But yeah. It's like that.
But then again, is there a certain more like pressure to go like, hey, I must get it right because now you are in the limelight. People know you. Hey, this is Che. More like I cannot go and mess up with anybody because if you messes up, it comes headline. Gospel RnB singer Che Mensah, you know, you know.
Nobody don't go sing very well.
Solid.
And you hack out and I'll be with me. No, answer. If it wasn't here, what would you see me?
Sure. Mostly church events or,
That one can you see me?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm being very, very careful. That's the first, let me tell you something. When my dad was advising me, that was the first thing he mentioned. He said he has seen what women can do and what women can undo. My mom has given me that same advice in Team Pacho.
You don't want to be on.
My pastor to Dr. Abaku Bodinamich has given me that same advice. In Team Pacho. It's just me and my guitar.
Solid. Challenge and Jumbo who saved the dates. Che West guitar. Che West guitar. Guys, I'm so excited for sticking through this segment. Of course, Che, thank you for making the time and deciding to be on our pod. We're so grateful. We don't take it for granted at all. What would you wish this Christmas brings to you? One Christmas wish you want?
A new MacBook.
A new MacBook.
Yeah.
Charlie, ebusuafo shena say obetimi aboa Che. Anya easy na na
a new MacBook at £50,000.
Omo baba. Michelle.
I should say something that people can give me.
Say.
Malcolm voucher.
Malcolm voucher.
Christmas Eba. First time I came, you guys actually gave me some nice voucher.
Wow.
What's up?
Me pay Malcolm voucher because God didn't pay Malcolm voucher. Che, thank you so much. We're grateful. I'm introducing the next segment right after this.
stay your side. Me, I just go stay your side. Me, I just go stay your side. Me, I don't go change my mind. Me, I don't go change my mind. Me, I don't go change my mind. Oh yeah.
I lay aside every weight, put it on the floor, 'cause I know what we say. Anything so, you know I go my way. My eyes on my baby, oh Savior. Are you ready? I know say you dig it for me,
Yeah, yeah, for me.
for you let me down. I know say you dig it for me,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I know say you dig it for me.
Yeah, yeah, for me.
For you let me down. I know say you dig it for me. You are my one and only.
Only one and only.
Hey, hey, hey.
Only one and only.
One and only.
Only one and only.
Only.
Only one and only.
Come on.
Salale. Omiale. Musawale. Ayewale. Sunday to Sunday. Over complete.
I try to talk out.
We don't finish.
I don't check out.
And they come and say, Baba, do me correct, oh. And I say correct, oh. And they say me correct, oh. And God, he shall me say, Baba, do me correct, oh. And I say correct, oh. And they say me correct, oh. And God, he shall me say. That's the way. That's the way. Come on.
Fuck it up, time. That's the way the truth and the light. When the light
What's up, Popo?
What's up, bro? From my head, from my head. Hey, I.
All his fingers, I can see from my eyes. Yeah. What a feeling, what a feeling.
If I come, yes I know. He gon' come, yes I know.
Fight for the show,
Don't believe me for road.
and I know, yes I know, and I know, yes I know. Even when they cause commotion, God he don't they give solution. Only those they give conviction. God already changed condition. Let's go.
Who can I go? Who can I go? Who can I go? Who can I go? Whoa, whoa. Go, whoa, whoa. Only God, only God, only God, only God. I go, whoa, whoa. I go, whoa, whoa. Who can I go? Who can I go? Who can I go? Who can I go? Whoa, whoa. I go, whoa, whoa. Only God, only God, only God, only God. I go. I go.
Go, let's go.
Are you ready for the next song? Let's go, come on.
Let's go.
It goes bam, 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 bam. It's like a moto. You are the moto. Never been so low that you know. I go wherever you go. I can't live without you. All of me. Without you, Lord, I know nothing. Oh, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. You're my redeemer, you're mine. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine. Living la vida loca. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah, make it.
sustainer. You be my 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 sustainer. My sustainer. My sustainer. My sustainer. My sustainer. My sustainer.
Give it up. Man, I am so excited that these guys showed up all the way. And in case you're wondering, this is a special episode of Talk No Day Who Cries, the Christmas edition. It's been an exciting one, of course. What are your names, by the way? Aloud City Urban. And that's what they give us, that urban vibe. Thank you for sticking through this episode. I'll bring you my conversation with Quables. Charlie, you guys are doing so well. Subscribe to this podcast wherever you're consuming it. And of course, if you're watching us on the Joy News channel, we're grateful for making the time. It's a wrap from all of us here in the Joy Prime Studio. Let's all say bye-bye! Today's guest is one of a kind. He is not regular. He is not even talking. I don't even think he breathes. He's just cooking. And this guy has tried a number of things, attempted a lot of great stuff. And of course, one of the great things he attempted has now gone over the roof, and we are all excited about him today. The guy who has changed Ghana's dance narrative. I'm talking about the guy behind the Dance with Purpose Academy, DWP. This guy has done impressive. I mean, in this same Ghana where everybody say, yeah, Charlie, I for left. Somebody is here and is cooking. And he has cooked over time. And now you can see that he deserves the benefits there is, he deserves all the goodies that it's a scrum with. You want to subscribe to this podcast wherever you're consuming it, on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and to our Joy News viewers, please share the link with a friend. I know you're going to love this guy. I'll mention his name right after this break. Welcome back to Talk No Day Who Cries podcast. As you know, we don't even spend time talking. Quables, Charlie, welcome to Talk No Day Who Cries podcast.
Thank you for having me, bro.
I am so, anytime I sit down with founders, I don't know, it's a big deal to me. Or people who have people who have done stuff that have brought in very good results. It's a big deal to me. And even before the podcast even commences, the conversation starts, I just want to say that I have high regards for you. And for me, I think if you are, I mean, just like how there are a lot of stars in the world, you are one of the very bright ones because you've done something that nobody has done. And not to say that you were the only person who could have done it. Of course, the idea was there.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't do much about it.
Yeah.
But to see you transform the dance narrative.
Yeah.
Growing up, nobody wanted to. Nobody was saying when I grew up, I want to be a dancer.
At all.
You know? And through your hard work and your academy and what you've done over time, now I'm sure parents want their kids to
A lot has changed.
Wow.
Like, a lot has changed. Parents, before I came here, I've got like close to 20 or 30 calls.
Wow.
From a lot of kids. I don't know how they get my contact though. Because there's a business number.
Yeah.
But they find a way to get my contact and everybody's saying, I want to join DWP. I want to be part of DWP. Every day. And I don't know, this is where we wanted to get to and we want to, go further. But I really don't know, how this narrative has changed, a lot of parents especially because behavioral change, right? It takes a while.
Yeah.
Like when you're dancing, they're thinking that you're a street person. They think it's for school dropouts. They think it is not something that can be a profession. And that has been our mentality over time, So for parents to change that perception and now wanting their children to learn how to dance or, even associate, it's crazy. My parents didn't want me to do this.
Wow.
So it's really, really, it's mind blowing for me myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like this. I like how, we've not even gotten into the nitty gritty, but I just like how the conversation is picking off.
Yeah.
So, and in this podcast, we like to know how everybody started.
Yeah.
Charlie, when you were growing up, professional week, everybody, I want to be a pilot. At a point, I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be the first man to go on the sun. I don't know what I was thinking, and all of that. Were you like, when I grow up, I want to go to the dance academy,
Yeah.
Growing up, run us through your background, which school you went to and all of that.
Yeah.
And how did you end up here, basically?
I wanted to be a pilot.
Pilot?
Yeah.
Really? What do you like about pilot?
I don't know. I'm talking about, you're talking about,
Okay.
Yeah, when you were very young, you have dreams of becoming a doctor, a pilot, or a lawyer. Those are the professions that, but as time went on, I'm probably going to start from high school, right?
Hit me.
In high school, so I'm the kind of person that likes to, learn and involve myself in so many things. People will be surprised to hear this, but I used to sing.
Oh, more. Really?
Yeah, I was in the preset choir.
You're serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
What parts were you singing?
Alto.
Jeez, Charlie, go give me something.
No, I beg you.
Charlie.
Yeah, so I used to say, I joined the preset choir.
Wow.
I used to be in the cadet. So I learned, some form of discipline over there. I used to be a supervisor, a dining hall supervisor. So if people know me from Presec, they will tell you I was wicked.
Wow.
Not like I was wicked, but
I
was just like,
high school,
just don't do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So it's just me finding myself in, so many situations that I learned a lot from. And from high school. So high school, I was a very quiet person, but high school I became more vocal because I had to be in certain positions and everything. Then, we went to university. In university,
University, where which school is?
I went to Kyei University.
Oh, why you Lego? When you're Lego,
Kyei is the best.
You're serious? It's okay.
Serious.
It's okay. You're not here to.
So I went to I studied BA Publishing Studies.
Wow.
And I was studying so many things, econ, statistics, all of that. But there was a part of me that was very fascinated about, brands and, how, they communicate.
Wow.
They put out their communication. I was very interested in that. And so I started, Googling, how some of these things happen. I realized there was advertising agencies that, usually handle these brands, commercials and everything. So I started following advertising agencies and everything. I started learning on YouTube. So I was very fascinated about the advertising space. I was 18 at the time.
Wow.
18, I just got 18. I said, okay, I told my mom I want to register a company. So my first company I ever registered was called Headlines.
Yep.
Headlines
Wow.
was an advertising agency. So what it means is we're going to make you make the headlines.
Wow.
You know, at 18.
At 18.
Yeah, at 18.
I'm sorry to cut you. You know, one of the things that fascinates me is how certain people get to start certain things when at a very young age.
Yeah.
At 18, and I'm in this I 18. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of, maybe I had a few plans. I mean, at 18, that's when I wrote that I'm going to be a podcast host.
Yeah.
And funny enough, it took about more than 6 years. Well, 2024. Hey, help me with the math. 8 years also.
Yeah.
Or 8?
24.
6. 6 years.
How many? What year did you say?
I completed Legon 2020, but I wrote it in 2016.
2016. That's 8 years.
8 years, 8 years. You know, it's taking me about 8 years to now.
So actually, yeah.
What one of the things that fascinates me is that how is it that at 18-year-old, at 18,
you had that
thinking
thought
about owning a business?
Yeah.
Where is it from? Where is it from?
I think it's from maybe family and my background. So my dad always, you know, he's one of those people that wants you to either be first or second.
Wow.
But first or second, some people that's their sport. You know, but that Charlie, no matter how
what's the normal sport?
average,
Charlie.
you know, no matter how hard I try, I was not getting there. So, you know, it was always pushing me to want to do more. It's like I want to like let them know that like I can make it, you know. Also, because I love starting things. I was always thinking, you know, what will people remember me for? I don't know why I was thinking about that at that young age, you know. So I wanted to create something. So because I loved that, so I watched a podcast. I was watching a lot of podcasts, and at 18, yes, at 18, and
man, you started too early. Bro.
I know, right?
Man,
and then
18.
I watched. So somebody said that, whatever you do, I want to remember is that there's that statement.
Yeah.
Whatever you do in your 24 hours, you should turn it. Whatever you do the most out of your 24 hours, you should turn it into a business.
Wow.
So then, because I found myself, you know, researching about this advertising and all of that, I'm like, okay, then let me turn it into a business then, you know. So that's how it all started, and I'm not even using that now, but I know I'm going to get back to it. So then from there, I became very good at this thing. I started, you know, freelancing to work for certain big brands. I don't want to mention their names. When I finished college, right? If I finished college on Friday, I started working on a Monday. I was poached by some agency to come and work.
Wow.
Yeah, so I never had...
You started big.
I never had that break where people go and sit at home. No, I finished Friday, started working on Monday.
Wow.
Way before national service started, you know. Yeah, but I've even jumped the story. I was kind of popular in college.
Yeah. You were a model at a point.
Yeah, I was a model at a point.
Charlie, when you're fresh with some collaboration. Charlie.
Small. Something small. So yeah, I was an ambassador for MTN Pulse. When they started, I was doing a couple of commercials and everything. And I don't know how I got that much following. This is 2014. I had about 100,000 followers, which was like the average. You didn't have a lot of people that had, you know, that number of followers online, you know. So a lot of brands were, you know, trying to use me and everything. I finished school, was working in different advertising agencies, was learning, you know. I've been telling my dancers recently that sometimes I feel like my creativity has reduced.
Wow.
Because when I was in the advertising space, listen, every day I'm trying to come up with something. Like when we go to brainstorms, it's like you have to be the smartest person in the brainstorm because there's a lot of creative people, you know, in that space. People don't know this thing about me. They think I'm just managing dancers. But I come from like a very creative, you know, background.
Wow.
Let me not see everything. Let's say, I just hope you ask me things about.
Yeah. I mean, I like the vulnerability and the sincerity that you're already pouring at the beginning of the podcast. Guys, if you just joined us, I'm talking to people don't even know your full name.
Ernest. So my name is Ernest Quabla.
Ernest
Quabla.
How's a Quabla spell?
Kwablh.
And I was a son here anything.
Somebody gave me the name Quables.
You're serious?
Yeah.
High school, GH as well?
High school.
Wow.
So he was trying to pronounce, you know, in high school when they want to share work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in the morning at 6 a.m., everybody form a queue and you take the toilet, you take this. So, like, he was trying to pronounce, I wasn't paying attention. He was trying to pronounce my name. And then he said, instead of Kuala, he said Quables, right? And we were all new. So everybody thought that was my name. So people just started calling me Quables. And I just,
I think it's a cool name.
Yeah, and I turned it into a brand.
Great. Yeah, we're talking to Quables, the guy who was one of the trio, the trinity of the founders of
DWP.
Dance with Purpose Academy. And of course, I'm sure on your feed on Instagram, TikTok, you can all scroll a day. If you scroll for 30 minutes, you find a dance video. I can promise you that
100%.
some of the moves you're seeing in there, they are the originators of it. They have made it so fun and so funky that everybody now wants to dance, And there's this thing about how some people naturally start things and it works. Some people don't have that drive. Some people are not starters, Lately, when I hear people critiquing some people, blasting, going hard at them, I'm like, what have you started in this? You've not started anything.
Yeah.
If you started something, you know that it takes a certain kind of effort. You've started a lot of things from the headlines and now you're doing so much.
Yeah.
Now you have a clothing line.
Yeah, it's a clothing line. I've been doing it since.
You're serious?
Yeah, I used to. So I started, there was this clothing line that I used to do with my boys from Presec. It's called BRB.
Wow.
Building a Dream. Boys are bad. BRB Nation. So the bad means building a dream.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was very big. It was really big at the time. Everybody at the time saw it as the coolest. It's like the way FTY is now.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Wow.
But when you're doing this with boys, I don't know, everybody was, trying to do their own thing and then, it just went down. And I did visual arts in high school.
Wow.
So t-shirt printing was something that was part of me.
Wow.
But I kind of put those things on a hold and later came back to it. So it's anybody that want to start something, just do it. Even if you stop, you can always go back to it. So yeah, I just went back to one of my old loves.
That's good. And aside printing shirts, now aside managing dancers, you're managing new artists.
Yeah.
And I'm like, boy, and that whole hunger.
Yeah.
You mentioned that, of course, your dad is not the type that will take a lower grade in school.
Yeah.
And so, but then again, you're not from a poor home. Most time when we see people trying to fight so hard, it's like, Charlie, but you are coming from quite a comfortable place.
Yeah.
To even mention that you had 100,000 for it. What it tells us that you've had good phones over time. We had to use HTC, Infinix, From a very good background, why are you chasing after?
So even though I'm from a very good background, I'll say I'm an okay background. You still have to work hard for whatever you have. Nothing was given to me on a silver platter. Listen, I'm gonna say this, like my very first car. My dad told me that I don't need a car at this time. I was like, no, the movement is... So I had to save to buy, my very first car. So he's going to make you learn the hard way. He's not going to hand it over to you on a silver platter. So it's even though I was from an okay background, I had to work hard to get to this point.
Great.
Yeah.
One of the things with starters is that, and especially you that I've always started great stuff, almost as though your beginning started great. MTN Pulse, Ambassador.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're dealing with...
I did Kids Cat. I was ambassador for Kids Cat.
Man, so no more free Kit Kats.
Yeah.
No more. Charlie, What he also means is that you would have attempted some things that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Lots of people see CEOs, entrepreneurs and go like, oh, Charlie, we're in tombs. No.
Yeah.
When you check the background, you realize that this person tried a lot of things, failed at it, and apparently chanced on one or bumped into one that realized that went like, hey, this one seems to... Before DWP, ran us through a number of things you failed at, a number of things you started that didn't really become DWP, and how DWP, of course, evolved eventually.
Okay, so I won't say I failed at it. I'll say that, okay, maybe things didn't go as planned. For
I like your mindset. Why wouldn't you say failed?
Because I can always go back to it.
Wow. That's a good mindset.
Yeah.
I like that.
I can always go back to it. Once I have life, I can always go back to
Wow.
it. So with headlines, for instance, starting that at a young age, I didn't have the expertise. I just learned one or two on YouTube. I think I can start a company.
Wow.
And also because I wanted to learn more, I was working in different advertising agencies, and that's like a conflict of interest. So
Wow.
I cannot even put my company out there, So that kind of made it difficult to even run or push my own, company. And it's because my mom actually literally like followed me and said, okay, I'm going to help you register this company. It's like she feels like I've disappointed her because that was my dream. She when I started managing the dancer, she's like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? This is your dream. This is something that you said you love doing or you want to do. Now you're out here following these people. So it wasn't easy for me, and I had to put on hold, and right now it's still on hold. The clothing line as well, people, like let's say you spend a lot on, production, and people don't even want, if you add a little bit to it, people still don't want to pay that amount. They want to pay, even less than how much you spent on production, So I was also running at a loss when it came to that.
Wow.
So I had to put that also on a hold. So then now I had to stick to, the 8 to 5, where I know that, okay, I have a secured income. That one, you're safe.
Yeah.
So that's what, I was doing at the time, at a point in time. But I wasn't so happy. I wasn't happy in my heart. I still felt like if I pass, if I'm not I'm no more, people will not remember me for nothing. But
why do you want to remain relevant?
I don't know. It's I don't know. Growing up, there's a part I skipped. So when I was very young, right, I used to feel very inferior to other people. When I was in primary and all of that. I don't know where that came from.
Was it academically related?
No. Okay, so I grew up with my grandmother.
Okay.
I grew up with my grandmother, and my grandmother had a shop where my school was. So I used to help my grandmother sell.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll come and sit with her and sell at the shop and everything. And when they close home school, their kids pass their shop. So I'm the same person selling to them at the shop. So they kind of made me feel very inferior when I was, kids, how, and I don't blame them. We were children. So that's how they made me feel, though. They'll probably come to school and, those kids that had DSTV in school and everything, they'll be mentioning this and that. And
you can't relate.
I can't relate.
Charlie.
And they'll be laughing at you and everything. So as a child, it made me very quiet. I will not talk. When I come to school, I come and learn and I go. So because that was my beginning, right? I wanted to be important in some form of way, Sometimes when people feel inferior like that, they can live with it forever. But I found a way to break out from that. When I went to high school, we are all new. It's like everybody's coming from a different place, so you don't, Yeah, so I had to. That's how I felt. I wanted to break out from that and be relevant in some form of way. I didn't want to prove a point, but I wanted to be important to somebody, or So it moved from that to wanting to be remembered for something little. It doesn't matter what it is.
I don't know, but I really like the integrity and you going all the way to tell us about it. I mean, we also didn't grow up. In fact, the house we're living in was uncompleted at the time. We're living in, it was a 3-bedroom. And so we're all living in one. My mom, my brother, my sister. And I mean, I was sharing with a couple of friends that, and the area we're living in, Olebu, Ablekuma, is a very, it was very undeveloped at the time.
Yeah.
And you live with your siblings and the chamber pot is in that same room, And so you're sleeping at night, you hear, and all of that. And we didn't have TV, So I remember those days, if you wanted to watch TV, you had to go to a neighbor's house, you squat on the floor, you couldn't feel, So it really did something to us. And so thank you for bringing back that memory of, starting very humble and as you said something which is very true. A lot of people accept it A lot of people who have the mindset are, oh, bro, you be duara. Oh, it's okay. It's just Gary who manage, you know. But of course, there are also people above that curve who feel that no. Today, the Naibedi Gary, you know, man. Yeah, you know. So I like that mindset and thank you for that vulnerability.
Yeah.
Guys, I can tell you that this conversation will shift your mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I promise you, this shouldn't be the conversation where you are listening and you are doing something else. Give full attention to it. And I myself, I'm approaching this conversation with a push of humility because, I mean, I have not achieved what Quables has achieved. He's done a lot for the country. He's done a lot for a lot of very impressive dancers. You get to hear that stories pretty shortly. But thanks for that. Then again, people see a guy who is doing well. People see somebody, you know, we have this certain mindset that, oh, this thing he did do, I go feed do him. And I like the certain quotes that if it be easy, do him. You know, we all tend to feel that, oh, you can do it. You all tend to feel that, oh, that's no, yeah, lucky. Now will be a new one or no, but yeah, in the fire. There wasn't any unique anything about it.
Yeah.
Beyond what people do not see, tell us about the hard work that goes into running a very successful dance academy like DWP. I have a very small podcast, but even with mine, if you take my notes, you go to Nana, things I am fans I'm raising, all the things I'm doing, and this is just almost like a solo production.
Yeah.
And to talk of you that you have destinies,
so
people's children, run us through the hard work behind it. What do you do that makes you an exceptional leader? Because what people don't know is that when you see the only reason why a certain company is doing well is because they have very gifted people who have added so much. The only reason why Apple is the number one tech company is because they have the best of tech guys. You know? And so if DWP is doing well, we cannot just attribute it to Zomizo. So it's not just that. There's a lot of things in the background, leadership stuff we don't see. Run me through it, Charlie.
I'll say it all started from how I managed, you know, Dance God. You know, we're coming from a place where nobody, you know, respected dance or even wanted to pay you for that. So a lot of groundwork had to be done, you know, in terms of how you talk as a dancer or as a talented person, or so how you dress, you know. Now, because people were not willing to pay us, we had to find, you know, ways of making money. You know, at the time there was YouTube. So YouTube, you can monetize it. So we said, okay, let's, you know, try and get some content and put on YouTube. Let's, you know, position ourselves on IG this way. Let's not post videos in this way. Let's post videos in this way. The way we post videos now, we've realized that a lot of people do that now and they are becoming successful at it. It was a secret that nobody had.
Wow.
We realized that, you know, people used to edit videos like music videos. How you know they do the glitch and all of those things, right?
Yeah.
And the social media platform, there's no human being sitting behind it saying, okay, let this video get most views and this one. There's no human being. It's a software.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how the platform works and do what will make your content do well. And what I learned because I was working advertising and I was managing some of these brands, I realized that the organic content did well better.
Wow.
So for a long time, when we started way back in 2016, we posted the videos without doing all of those editing.
Wow.
We didn't even, sometimes we don't even put a song on it. If the song is playing in the background and we're dancing, we post it just as it is. Because then then it doesn't even make the video heavy. When it's probably 4K and all of that, it's hard for people to view, right? So somebody is watching the video, it's not loading this scroll. But when you post it just as it is, the size is very low.
Wow.
And the platform probably feels like, let's push this video more. Or, you know, let's say in the first few minutes, the number of people that like the video, the software thing sees that, oh, this content is good. Let's show it to more people. You know, so it was like day to day learning the platforms and knowing what to do to be able, because you need to get the audience to see your talent. You can be the most talented person or the most gifted person. If people don't see you or hear you, you are not going to get anywhere. So we had to get the audience. Then now once we got the audience, then we started editing our videos. Because yes, you already have, like for instance, we have some of our talents have 10 million followers. If she posts even with all of that editing, she'll still get the views. So we had to do that from the basis. So I had to teach him, do this, do that. I feel like I'm deviating from the question.
No. I think all I'm just asking is, and you're actually on track. The structure, what we don't see behind, all we see is Zomi Zozo. But
so that's like literally basically studying the platforms and teaching the dancers that you're better at doing it this way or doing it that way. Every day is a learning process. There also another thing that I think that makes us stand out, the fact that we were intentional about even the kind of songs we dance to and how we show up on stage, because it's like our portfolio. From when we come on stage or put any content, that's our portfolio. That's what will probably get us the next job. So we cannot come looking, shady or looking not prepared. It's like, when you're going to apply for a job, you take your CV, right? Yeah. Our CV is our social media.
Wow.
So we make sure that the costume and everything is on point. There's a costume department in DWP. The dancers,
costume department.
Yes, the dancers play roles. There's people that are in charge of costume. There's people that are in charge of accounts. There's people that is in charge of stage performance. So aside knowing them to be very popular, they are playing roles in a company. I could employ people to do all of these things, but I felt like it's better off to let the dancer themselves play that role in the company, So there's that structure where everybody is playing a role: accounts, costume, stage performance, music. So there's two people that are in charge of, the kind of songs that we dance to.
So what, they are always looking for new songs?
No, but before we do a performance, so they put the songs together, look for new songs.
So like DJ sort of.
Yeah, DJ sort of, but they're not.
They mix it,
yeah. So they're able to do the mix. Let me shout it out. He's called Real Cash.
Real Cash
is the main person.
Charlie Real Cash. Charlie.
It is for the.
Solid.
And he's been doing that for 5 years.
Wow.
For the team. So anytime we go and do any performance anywhere, he's in charge of, the sound and how, So the team, the structure is built around the dancers, and this is why everything runs very smoothly. We've been doing a lot of mentoring over the years, like psychologically, how to even deal with all of these fans. And, it's a lot that has been going on online.
Yeah.
There's a time that, they were bashing my dancers on Twitter, and the way they handled it, I was surprised myself, and I realized that we've actually done a good job, in psyching them, into how to deal with some of these things. And DWP has gone through so many phases.
Wow.
And the way they've handled it, myself, I'm surprised.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes on in the background, a lot.
I like that. And of course, I want to assume that because you were in an 8 to 5, you learned a little bit about organization, structure, so sort of influence. That's very good. I think then again, one of the big deals is that now you're working with celebrities.
Yeah.
And I'll be very honest with you. One of the, I'm quite close to some of the managers in Joy here. And one of the little problems we sort of have is when you take somebody who was not on TV, you put them on TV over some time. Of course, people watch them. They become household names.
Yes.
People like them. People don't even know you, the guy that's behind.
Yeah.
And they blossom. And so when they blossom, they become big boys.
Yeah.
Now they cut cues when they go places. People know them and all of that. And so sometimes there's a certain clash between management and some of even our presenters that, hey, the fact that you are a presenter does not, you are popular, so what? To the back, we are in charge and all of that. And I think this is you are dealing with celebrities. These guys are, celebrities. I have very tiny following. Yesterday, I spent the night watching through Endurance's videos. I'm like, hey, these guys are very, impressive. Is there a way you deal with, because then again, of course, you can't treat them as you met them or as you discovered. They are not those small kids
they are
anymore.
not.
Now they are big guys.
Yeah.
They have following. I mean, people, their word may mean a lot more to their fans, even more than the guy behind the scene.
Yeah.
How do you, I feel that you are working with a crate of egg and all of these people are special. How do you handle all of them?
So I've been very intentional to let them know that they are family. So that, you don't, from the beginning, we made them know that when it's like a tree, right? When this branch is bearing fruit, it transfers to another branch, So everybody is helping everybody. Even when it comes to payment, when we go and do a performance, it doesn't mean that, okay, this person is the most popular or this was the most popular. If it's 30 people and we are paid 1,000 cedis, all the 30 people have to be paid.
Wow.
You understand? So it's such that, everybody is helping everybody. You don't want to have to be the only person that's, growing. So they've come to understand that they are a family. Nobody sees themselves as bigger than another person. You can have 10 million followers, somebody has 100,000 followers. You cannot, that's the structure over there.
Wow.
Nobody feels inferior or nobody feels bigger than, another. Now, very true. How I met them is not how they are now.
Yeah.
So I'm very particular about how I deal with them. First, if you have to go for an interview, I'll tell you have to go for an interview. But now I have to ask them, are you available? Because the person has got responsibilities now. They probably went for a show yesterday. They don't want to talk today.
Wow.
So dealing with talent, you have to evolve with the talent. You cannot continue seeing them as they are. I'm starting a new business with Endurance, so we are going to be partners, in something. Because she's growing.
Yeah.
You understand? When we are not talent manager anymore, we'll become business partners.
Okay.
So yes, I have to definitely evolve, with the talent. And the more they get popular, the more, I'm particular about how I deal with saying things. Now I have to, align with them. In as much as there's times where I'm like, no, it has to be this way. Because you have to stand your ground. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're popular or that one. I don't see I know you're popular, but I'm not going to deal with you because of how popular you are. If you have to do it this way, it has to be this way. But I'm also going to hear your point of view, and then we see how to find a middle ground.
Wow. Yeah. I think you're a very wise guy. You're a very wise guy. Then, of course, on the other side, now, of course, they are, as we met before, agreed. We can't treat them as they were.
Yeah.
But then again, you're a leader. Sometimes you have to use veto power. Sometimes you have to go a little bit ballistic.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, our mom could insult us in front of our siblings and all of that. But now if our mom tell you bro, we gonna vex, man. So how do you approach dealing with uncomfortable situations?
Yeah.
A situation maybe somebody didn't do something right. And you have to call them out. And also because I'll come to the fact that why are you even running it as a family and not a transaction?
Yeah.
But this time around, somebody does something bad and you don't want it to become a culture. And sometimes one of the ways is to be firm, as you mentioned, stand your ground and maybe do an open rebuke. I like to delve into what people don't see because we all tend to think it's lovely, dovely flowers and all of that. How do you deal with bringing uncomfortable news? And when somebody has to be given to, somebody has to be blasted, how do you deal with that? How do you go about that?
So I think there was even a situation where I think Champion really had done something wrong, right? And he was with the fans. And what he was doing, I didn't like. I could have told him there and there, but I didn't want to tell him because the fans were there. So I made him do everything. And then later on, I had a conversation with him because if I did it there, he'll feel some type of way because I did it for the fans. So I'm very particular about where we are and how I deal with it. There was, when Afonita used to be in the academy, right? They used to think that she was, my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite. Either she was my favorite or, she's pampered and everything, but that wasn't the case. So if she does wrong, I'm even more I'll punish her more than I'll punish another. Because if this is their thought, then I'll let them know that no, if this person does wrong, So there's times where, some people are suspended.
Wow.
Yeah. There was one time I think it was even her fans were very angry and everything because they realized that she wasn't part of a couple of performances.
Wow.
You can be the most popular, but if you do wrong and you're suspended, you're not part of performance. You're not part of this. You're not part of that. So that's how we instill discipline.
Why discipline? Why not allow free flow?
No, because if I feel like discipline. Because we are disciplined, that's why we have gotten to where we are today. You cannot tolerate just anything, especially because they are growing and they are becoming superstars. If I don't instill discipline or I'm not strict on this and that, this is like 20 people that are very popular. Like dealing with one popular person is very hard.
Yeah.
So if I don't stand my grounds and say, okay, this or that, I think that everybody will just leave.
Wow.
Or, there's going to be a lot of chaos. So, yes, there's times where people are suspended. There's times where... So, there's different forms of punishment, that you probably,
I like that. I like what is happening. I like all you're telling me. Of course, let's get into now dance is doing more than... you are the vision bearer, so maybe you could have predicted that dance was going to change the music industry. All that we knew dancers to do was when the artist is singing, there maybe somebody's dancing in their back or something, But it's now swapped to a point where now dance used to be initially used to be a subsidiary. It wasn't the main thing.
Yeah.
But now artists do a song.
And then they have to have a dance to it.
Yeah, because now TikTok is flying. And so do you think that it was something you bumped into? Or it was a calculated effort of, let's build this to a point.
So it was calculated. Because I was an influencer or popular back then. There was, when I started with Dance God and we decided to start DWP, I started with Dance God and Afrobeats. I feel like I've just...
Oh, yeah. Afrobeats, Charlie. You deserve your flowers.
Yeah. And we knew that, there's the three of us cannot be able to make this as big as we wanted it to be, and if they stop, they're going to grow. If they stop dancing one day, it's just going to, who is going to continue whatever we started? So we decided to start DWP. But myself, right, because I came from an advertising background, I knew that, influencer marketing was going to become a thing because I was one before.
Wow.
So if I had, let's say 10 or 20 people with an average of, 100,000 followers, that's 2 million.
Wow.
So I'll be able to sell these people to a brand and say, okay, I can reach 2 million people. You should work with me. So I remember I have screenshots of most of the talents where they had just 1,000 followers. I have all of the screenshots and now they have millions of followers. So I was literally just looking for like the bare minimum of, having creatives that had, let's say, 50,000 followers or 100,000 followers. And with that, I'll have the power to be able to push somebody's song.
Wow.
Or have the power to be able to work with a brand, because they are looking for, it's about your value. What value are you bringing to them as a brand? So intentionally growing. So how you go to certain companies or there's certain groups, right? The group is the popular thing. It's not the individuals.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a group called Jabberwockies. People don't even know the individuals.
Wow.
They've had so many dancers that, but they don't know the individual. The group is popular. But we were intentional to grow the individuals. So you as a brand, Endurance, people know you.
Wow.
DMZ, people know you. Timeless, people know you. They knew each of them. And then they knew DWP. So it was intentional. And now we've been able to like, if you put all of the audience together, it's going to be close to like a 50 million. That's probably just TikTok.
Yeah.
Because one person alone has like 10, So I knew we're going to have that influence, but I wasn't thinking 10 million, trust me. I wasn't thinking 10 million, 5 million, all of that. So yeah, it was intentional to be able to have that influence. And that influence is helping the entertainment industry now.
Wow. So back to why you are running it as a family and not a transaction. Our average workspace, people go like, Charlie, I come to work, I come and work. When I close work, I leave work issues at work and all of that. It's fully transactional. And also because, why are you not running it as a family? And I'm asking this, why are you not running it as a transaction and rather using a family? And it's still in this family thing, you are also selling out the individual superstars, you know. Why? Because isn't there a certain fear that this little candle light that we're keeping our hands around has now evolved to become a star? And a star is a bubbling sun. It's a whole sun on its own.
Yeah.
Isn't there a certain fear that this person is a ticking time bomb and very soon we may not have them again?
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, maybe I'm being too skeptical, but don't you feel that why not make it a why not just make it the collective why are you doing it as an individual, you know?
Yeah, so reason why I'm running as a family is because, you know, there's times I'm not gonna lie, over the years, there's times where I'm like, do I really want to do this? Because it's tiring, you know, you can get annoyed, you know, there's so many things where you can just focus on yourself and, you know, work and make money for yourself. But, you know, your life's being entangled with so many different people, and the same people that you're fighting for probably are giving you a hard time. But when you see people as family, you go beyond for them. You know, I do anything for them. Like, let's say you know how I was popular back then.
Yeah.
Right. So I've experienced fame to some extent before. But now these people are sweating. I'm giving them, you know, a towel to clean their face. I'm making sure that, you know, the fans don't touch. I'm making sure they are comfortable. Even if I'll get up for them to sit down.
Wow.
You know, most of these people are way, way younger than me.
Yeah.
But I'll get up for them to sit down because, you know, I see them as family. I don't see them as, you know, a talent and I'm just managing you so that we make money out of this thing. I want you to do what genuinely from the bottom of my heart. So that's how I see them as my little brothers and sisters, and I go out and beyond for them. Now, the other reason why we run it as a family is because, you know, in a family, not everybody does well.
Okay.
You can have a sister that becomes a lawyer, and then you are trying everything, but it's not working. But that sister will hold you down. You know, so they also see each other as family, regardless of whatever happens to anybody. You know, so and then unfortunately, I've not been able to do that with two of my biggest superstars that left, right? Because I wish that if they had left and moved on to something else, we would have still been family. Do you understand? Wow. We would have still been family. You know, when you're in the nuclear family, right? You live with your siblings and your parents. When you get married, you move and go to your own house. But that's still your family. You can always go back. You always meet, you know. But unfortunately, that didn't happen with two of the people that left. You know, so the family that we have left, we are making sure that, you know, we see it as that. When you get to the point where you want to, you know, move on or anything, still see this as your family. Never, you know, depart from this family. There's so many people that are going to come join the family. And, you know, the family never goes down.
Wow.
Yeah, but if it's transactional, right, and we don't see, they don't see each other as that, or they don't see me as their family, then, you know, if your term is, let's say, 2 or 3 years, and 3 years goes, you leave and, you know, you forget about me. I also forget about you. Yeah, you know. So yes, there's the business element in there, but we all see each other as family.
Wow. And I want to ask, this love that you have for these amazing people, there was a picture you posted a couple of, not too long ago.
Yeah.
It's almost like a triangle.
Yeah.
It was taken from a high angle. So you have all of them. You know, Lisa was here on the podcast. You know?
Oh, no.
No, yeah, we spoke to her. So Lisa was here.
So is it out?
What? No, it's not out. It's not out.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, Lisa was in there and all of that. And like, if it really tells the family.
Yeah.
Right? And where do you get this love to give? You know, what's your source?
That's a very deep one. Where did I get the love? Well, I was brought up with love, right? But when I went, you know, when I was in school, I wasn't getting the love at an early age. So you can imagine if I see somebody being looked down I hate it very, very much if somebody trying to bully somebody or somebody looks down on another. No matter how big you are or how much money you have, if I see you look down on another person, I detest it.
Wow.
So I just love to show love to everybody, regardless of who you are and where you come from. So I think I just genuinely love people.
Wow.
Yeah, I just genuinely love people. I cannot even explain why.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever drive in town and maybe you see some of these kids dancing around?
Yeah, so
You're like that's my nest,
Yeah.
that's my nest dancing or something.
Listen, it's a lot because everybody is trying to tell me they are the best dancer. Everybody is trying to tell me manage me, and I cannot manage everybody. So sometimes it's very hard, to even witness that or even somebody tell you, listen, I have the talent, I want to do this, but I cannot do it for everybody. I cannot do so now there's a structure. You have to go through audition. I don't want to just see you or you just call me and tell me you want to do this and then I just, decide to start managing you. You go through that, go through the auditions. I tell you, okay, there's going to be an audition in January or in February. So make sure you come for that. I can give you my contact, So yeah, it happens a lot on the streets. Everybody is telling me that they should be my next, next dancer or next talent.
That's good. We'll get into all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But, one of the things that I also want to know is how crazy is your work ethic? Of course, I know you are a co-founder, Afrobeats, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So I want to even know how the work is shared. It's like SHS, we have headmaster, then we have headmaster domestic.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've forgotten the other type of headmasters there were. Academic.
Assistant.
There was
Academics,
yeah. So it's like, because you are not a dancer, which is very, I don't want to say I dance, but, I mean, what I did with Lisa Kwama, she says I can't dance. But she says, she didn't literally say I can't dance, but it's like, there's hope for me.
There's hope.
Yeah, she has a certain.
They've seen people that don't know how to dance at all. There's been hope.
But I think if you and I put together, I'd be like, I go make that. Yeah.
Maybe.
So how is the work distributed?
Yeah.
And how do you, because of course, okay, you tell me how the work is distributed.
And so like I was saying, like everybody plays a role. Afrobeats is the head choreographer.
Okay.
So he's a co-founder, but he's the head choreographer.
Okay.
Yeah. So he oversees, all of the choreographies and everything. There's a social media person. There's a project manager. So whatever project you are working on, the person is supposed to oversee and make sure that all of the elements are in place. There's a road manager. So when they have to go for performances and everything, there's somebody that's supposed to go with them. Yeah, so I oversee everything and, it's a daily way. There's literally times where I'm calling them at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. because an idea has come to my mind. So let's talk about it now. I'm sharing it in the group so that when everybody wakes up, we can discuss, so it's a daily, there's no closing time.
Wow.
Where we let's say after 9, no, at 2 a.m. I'll call you.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're working every day tirelessly because, the industry we are in is not structured. There's no formula to it. So you have to every day find a way, to stay relevant and, to be able to stay on top of the game, especially when you're on top. Everybody's going to chase you. Everybody's going to do what you are doing and try and even do it better. So how do you stay on top? Wow. That's our struggle right now. When we were climbing, it wasn't this difficult. But now that we're on top, we have to fight to keep, because there's a lot of people chasing us now.
Wow. So is there a certain fear that we must be relevant? Like the day we lose our relevance, we'll get overtaken. It's not necessarily a fear, but is there a certain mindset of, guys?
Yeah, so I have that. It's always at the back of my mind. The day that we stop being relevant, somebody might take. It used to be like Monopoly, right? Where there was nobody in this space trying to do this thing. So it was, if you think about dance, it had to be us. But there's a lot of people that are coming now. So there's competition, healthy competition. So we have to always have some value to give. Because if you don't have any value to give and somebody's offering better, then people rather go with that person.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have to always stay relevant or have some value. If we don't if we don't have, I feel like if we don't have the way things are going, if we don't even have, if we're not so relevant at a point, we will still be relevant.
Wow.
I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Is it because of past records?
Yes. If we are not relevant, we'll still be relevant because you see, let's say they are not booking you for shows. If they're not booking you for shows, you have accumulated maybe 10 to 20 million followers on TikTok. That audience has transcended to YouTube, which is maybe you have 1 million or 2 million subscribers. Now maybe you're not a dancer anymore. You can start doing podcasts.
It makes sense.
You know, maybe you're not a dancer anymore. You have this audience. You can start doing clothing. You can start your clothing line. You can start something.
Wow.
You know, so we might not be relevant or at a point. It's not going to happen though.
Yeah.
But if just in case the worst happens, right, there's going to be something to fall back on. And that's how the team is being built.
Wow.
You know, there's always going to be something to fall back on.
Great. I love that. Just because you mentioned that, of course, the competition thing, is there a time that maybe there was an event, a big event, you were aiming for it, and they didn't call you and they called and I'm like, yeah. Was that, you know?
Has there ever been
how
that
did
time?
you feel, you know?
Has there ever been that event? I think that at the point I am right now, right, if I'm not called for an event, I understand.
Because of how much you charge,
yes.
They can't afford.
Yes.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah, if I'm not called for an event, I understand. You probably did, because it's not even like they've even had a conversation. There was a time that a certain brand, somebody at a brand called me, and the person said, I've been trying to get my people to work with you, but they said you are difficult to work with. I'm like, which company is this? And they mentioned the company, and nobody has reached out to me.
Yeah.
And the person says that they said you are expensive. You have not even had a conversation with me. You understand? So, yes, if they don't call me, I feel like, okay, in their mind, they think that, okay, these people are going to be expensive or they're going to be difficult to work with. I don't think we are difficult. I think we know what we want, and, you know, you have to treat us as such.
Yeah.
If you're booking a music artist and you're going to create space for them to sit down and make them feel comfortable before the performance, you have to do the same for the dancers.
Like a van for you guys.
Yes, you have to take your transportation. If you're charging, we have to charge you for costume.
Wow.
You understand? If our DJ has to be there, we have to have a DJ there.
Wow.
Yeah. They are coming to give you a show. Because I'm not going to lie, it's not even about the dance that we come and do on the stage anymore. It's about the brands that come on the stage, because these people literally show up on stage and the crowd goes crazy.
Yeah.
So that means that it's not the dance, it's the personalities that are coming on the stage. So you're paying for, you know.
Wow.
It's like Michael Jackson performing and people are crying. Why is it? It's not because they have not heard the song before.
The person.
It's the person. So you're paying for the brands that are coming on the stage. So if you don't put me on that stage, it's either you probably cannot afford, or you were looking for a cheaper option.
Wow. I like this, you know, because, and it's not, I mean, this is not pride, because it's more like we know the work we've put into this.
Yeah.
And so we have a certain figure that, you know, I recently started directing commercials. And from I've done 3.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that we, you know, no.
The price will go up.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I've been doing this with the DWP 7 years, right?
Wow.
But I've been managing talents for like 10 years. Yeah. And like, there's been times where we've performed for free.
Charlie.
There's times where, if I tell you, there's times where we've collected 1,000, 2,000 CDs for, let's say, 20 people.
Sheesh. What Chan is saying?
There's, you know, so there's times where we've come to a performance and there's no place for the dancers to be. They have to wait. And, you know, but we have grown past that.
Yeah.
We have evolved. We have built a solid brand up to this point. So when you reach out to us, you have to come to us correct. Like it's like for a long time we have been at the bottom of this entertainment space. Now we have proven to you that we have some value. We can make a song go viral. We can make a song go global. You know, when we come on stage, we entertain the people. So treat us as such.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. I like this. No, I like. I'm really learning a lot from you because I am just starting something small now, and it's only wise that you get somebody who has done it before.
No, but I love your podcast though.
Really?
Yeah, I love your podcast.
Bro.
Yeah, so
Man.
I've seen a couple of episodes. I'm like, I like this podcast.
Thanks.
That's why I'm here.
Wow. Yeah. For those who don't know, I like you to know that. Well, for all the other guests, we reach out. But for the first time, it's making us feel very special. I was telling the boys before.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, and I saw the plenty talk, no, the
talk no the cook rice.
And I was like, let's cook.
So, yeah. So the text was, "Hi, Derek. Can we cook some rice?" I'm like, "Sheesh, I like the language, bro.
Let's cook some rice."
That's very good.
Yeah.
Great. Then I like the fact that you've done all of these big things.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that the person who has started something has a likelihood to start another great thing.
Yeah.
Tell me about, of course, you were on a certain part of success with DWP. Then from nowhere, you were conquering stages in Ghana, then global citizen.
Yeah.
Am I wrong to assume that is your biggest?
Yeah, that's our biggest.
That's your biggest.
Yeah.
Run me through it. How did it come?
So global citizen with Asha. Afrobeast. Afrobeast, the head choreographer.
Yeah.
So Afrobeast was reached out to by one of the organizers, and they wanted us to perform on the show.
Wow.
So he told me, and then he gave me their contact. So I started dealing with them.
Okay.
And then they told us we were going to perform with Asha.
Pause it. How was the emotion? Something you have started something small with Dance God and Afrobeast.
Yeah.
Of course, we had Afronita and all of these wonderful guys coming around.
Yeah.
Then from nowhere, Nana, Asha. How did you feel,
Yeah, I felt very good, because he's literally like one of the biggest global superstars that we know, and he's also a dancer. So it meant a lot for the dancers, It felt very, there's been a lot of special moments for me throughout this journey. There was Beyonce. We did Black is King. We did, we've been on CNN, we've been on BBC. Wow. This is years ago.
Wow.
So that means that like the world is seeing what we're doing, and we don't speak about it much. But trust me, like if you think about it, imagine all of these kids were not dancing. What would they be doing? Some of them will probably, be on the street. They'll find something to do, so it's been one highlight from one highlight to the other, right? And the Asha one was also another one. It was big for us, trust me. And he was like, there's videos, I don't know if you could put it there, but he was like, I have to do this with you guys again. Because he actually came to our studio to come and, learn and do the choreography with that. Afrobeats choreographed the performance. And it was amazing.
Wow.
He even came to the backstage to sing Jama with us. I don't know if you saw that video.
I'm not sure I've seen it.
Yeah. He really like loved the performance. And I think that was the highlight of the Global Citizen Festival.
Wow. And then again, you can sometimes be achieving so much. And I don't know, funny enough, there's something called imposter syndrome. And it doesn't happen to non-achievers. It's actually leaders who are crushing it that, or sometimes after all the successes that have been chalked, still feel that
you haven't gotten it.
Am I really doing something?
I can't lie. I feel like that all the time. You know how everybody thinks that, okay, we have done so well and everything. Sometimes I don't see, to be honest. Every day I wake up feeling like we haven't gotten anywhere. It's serious, and that haunts me, disturbs me, because I'm always trying to like work. I'm always trying to do something, But I feel like we have done so much, and even the talents. I think that it has transcended to even the talents, because they also don't think that they are big like that.
Wow.
I don't think Endurance knows what it means to have 10 million followers. She's grateful, but she doesn't think it's so big, I don't know how to explain it, but every day we wake up like wanting to do more, feeling like we have not, gotten there yet, So maybe that's what makes us stand out, makes us still stay relevant, because we are always fighting, to be better.
Wow.
We always want to be better than the day before.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. of course, then again, you've done all of these wonderful things. Then you're on a very beautiful path. Then this whole dance god. I mean, I'm not interested in the all the other, you know, all of that happened. Do you
recently I met him. We
I think I saw a video. You guys were somewhere. Yeah. You know, well, my audience will have to know. How was it?
So, that's my brother. Like, this is somebody that I could stay on the phone with and talk to for 5 hours. When I used to do 8 to 5, we could talk on my whole journey to work.
Wow.
So that's my brother. We have our differences now, but, we should still see each other and, say hello to each other. Unfortunately, I don't like how things ended between us, but life goes on and I have to respect his decision and he also has to respect, mine. So we saw each other. He said, because I was on the stage before he came and he said hello to me. And they were like, he needs to teach the choreography. And they were like, we on the stage need to also join. I'm like, oh my God. What are you guys coming to me? Because and then I woke up the next day, I'm seeing a lot of videos on TikTok. I'm like, oh my God, why? So people were like, so Quables, you made us the third person this life.
Yeah.
But we have our differences, but when it comes to work, we should be able to work, and when we see each other, we should be able to say hello to each other.
Wow. Do you feel that and of course, I have made a lot of mistakes in this life.
But I think I made a mistake.
What do you say?
You think I made a mistake?
No. So I'm coming. Do you think that when you look back of how the things, do you think it is one of the things that have marred the applause? Because funny enough, you came at your peak, Do you feel that it's one of the things like, if this thing didn't happen? Like, do you go back to it? Do you keep replaying it in your mind? Do you feel that,
Yes. I think that that was a big blow, and that's why I'm saying that we've been through a lot of hard times, and that was a big blow, especially because they had two mentors, which was Afrobeats and Dance God, and one of their mentors leaving, it literally almost broke the team. But we had to stand our grounds and make sure that things don't go. So if you realize the year that happened, in November, I traveled with everybody out of the country.
I think I saw.
Yeah, we went to Dubai, and it was intentional so that we could be together and stay together as a family.
Wow.
Maybe the dancers don't know.
Yeah.
But that trip was intentional so that we could stay together as a family. Because then when it's like, I know it happens even in churches, when there's a pastor, the pastor leaves, some of the congregation leave with the pastor. So how much more, a dance collective, people would have wanted to leave and follow, the other. So it was a big blow for us. And I wish that I could have done things a little different, Maybe had, several conversations. I mean, we had conversations, to try and resolve this, but maybe I could have done better. I think I could have done better. I always believe that there could have been a way, but, we live to learn. So I don't think I'll make the same mistakes I made with him. Yeah.
Wow. And hey, I'm grateful. Thank you for this vulnerability and still deciding to speak about it on our podcast. We're grateful. There's something that bothers me. Now we are about ending the interview, so Charlie, we feel losing up. There's something that, not to say bothers me, but I don't know, dancers almost shot at your food now, almost to win, sir.
Fool.
I don't know, it was so big. I think the question is, maybe I should take my time.
Yeah. Did you ask Lisa this?
What?
Did you ask Lisa?
Well, we went on the tangent of secular music.
Okay.
Dancing to what they call worldly music and all of that. So she gave her point of view. But I don't know. Dancers, maybe growing up, all the music videos I used to watch, all the dancers would come and twerk. They're wearing very wild stuff and all of that. And maybe because I work with Joannis, because Joannis, we don't show buttons and all this thing, Joy Prime dancer, but we like So, I don't know.
But we don't do that.
You don't do that? You don't show buttons?
No.
Okay, you don't.
So you see, for even, I don't know if you realize, but for a long time now, we have not been doing a lot of music videos because that was the trajectory that music videos were going.
Wow.
You know, where the females have to come and dance and everything. We're dancing, like, we're not coming to come and shake, twerk, or...
Why is it a big deal?
I think for me also, I felt like that was how people saw female dancers or how people saw dancers. Like, just come and twerk or show off in the music video. And that's probably what people want to see. Like, I felt like people should also watch the video because they want to see creativity. They want to see, you know, the dance moves, or they want to see how even the dancer is looking. Because they don't even invest in costume for the dancers. But if I have to be in a music video, then there has to be a stylist and they have to look as good as the artist. Maybe not like the artist, but they have to look very good. You know, so we've not been doing a lot of music videos.
Yeah. I think Lisa even mentioned there was a certain, you know, she was like...
Yeah, we've not been a lot of music videos. And even with how my dancers dress, I think because of the kind of dance that we do, over the years, they've been dressed in a certain way. Some of them feel comfortable dressing, you know, wearing shorts, wearing trousers and everything. But the dance that we do, you cannot wear skirt and do it. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Unless, you know, you cannot wear skirt and do some of the dance moves. So it's mostly, you're usually like, during rehearsals, you're literally living in sweatpants, jeans, and this one, because that's what they'll feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to go to an award show, they can dress and look very feminine. Wow. The ones that don't feel comfortable dressing this way, they dress that way, you know. Yeah, so we don't intentionally do that to gain any form of clout or to, you know, gain any kind of attention.
No, I think it's good. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even mean your collective, but it's just
general.
You know.
Yeah, and for some people it works for them, but I don't think that it would have worked for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have a certain strict policy of no dating here.
Yeah, no dating here.
Why?
Because I feel like it's going to bring problems.
Okay.
Because when, let's say, you have a problem with the person, right? And I say the two of you have to work together.
Yeah, and also will be a break, will be hard.
Yeah.
And after some boom.
Yeah, you know.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so let's try to, you know, protect, you know, ourselves and protect our peace.
Wow.
Peace of mind.
Great.
Yeah.
Quables, I have loved this interview. I'll say something, but let's get into the lighter part of the conversation. These are quick take questions. Don't think for too long. Just give me the answer. Okay. If you couldn't dance, of course, which you cannot, you couldn't do all the model stuff you do, brand advertising, artist management, and all of that. What would you do?
I think I would have been. I didn't tell you, right? I'm a sports person.
Okay.
Yeah, I was captain in Presec for handball.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and even in Kyei University. So I played in inter-colleges.
Wow.
I used to play basketball. I used to play a little bit of football.
Wow.
So maybe I would have become a sports guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in Cabana, you could do something. Quables day.
You know, yeah. So maybe I would have become a sports person.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Great. Then again, Quables, you're a very handsome guy. No, like, you know, beside the try, fool you know, say you be nice guy.
Small.
Somebody when I start, you'll be model for.
Small. I did try small.
You're a solid guy. How do you manage girls? Because now you be celebrity. It's something bare ID.
Yeah. So, you see, I told you, like, you know, if I was popular in college, then I mean I would probably have been worse in college, right? But I've been intentional about protecting myself. You know, you don't even find me reading my comments. The comments on my posts. I don't even read.
Why?
No, because once I read, I might engage.
Wow.
It's bad. If you're a talent, I expect you to do that. Me, I'm not looking for any class. I'm not trying to be popular. So if you comment, I might like it, but I will not reply or this one. I'm not even checking my DMs. Wow. I'll check my DMs, but if it's just a hi, hello, or no, I'm not going to reply. Like, if the person goes straight to the point and says, okay, I need you to do this or I want to work with this, then I'm going to respond. Because once I respond, it's going to lead to, you know, and yeah. So I just intentionally try. It doesn't mean that I don't engage with certain people. I do, but you know, I've been intentional about how to filter that.
Is there a fear, or maybe I am quite
You have a fear?
No, because I used to be a bad boy. I spoil my body long as I did gone then.
So you change.
So yeah. So now I have to be I have boundaries.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be friends with just anybody.
Everybody, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and me self, I don't be celebrity with that.
Yeah.
How much more?
So yeah, I'll be intentional about that. Like, I'll be very, very, very intentional about who I deal with and because I'm not gonna lie, there's people that come to my DMs and when I look at this, I'm like, hey, no.
Wow.
No way. This one, yeah.
Wow.
Make her just stay away. Yeah. Like, see, there was a time, right? I was in college. Right? I don't think I've ever said this anyway. I was in college.
Tell me about it.
I was in college, right? And then somebody met me at a lounge. She's like, are you Quables? I'm like, yeah. And then she said, can I kiss you? Hey! I'm sure this will be in your highlight. If I'm editing a video. She's like, can I kiss you? I'm like, are you serious? Listen, I'm telling you, straightforward. This is when I was in college. So, I'll go fear you. You know, like, that's the way you move to me. I'll be afraid of you. So, yeah, I've just been intentional to stay away because, you know, it's better that way. You don't hear about anything about me in public, you know. Yeah. I don't think that people hear about you. Don't hear about me in somebody. No, you won't hear about me because.
Okay, Charlie, how do you distress your mental health? Very important. I mean, you go through a certain phase. How you distress?
Once in a while, I hang out with my friends. I have a small circle. I hang out with my friends. Go and sit somewhere, talk, have a drink. I used to play FIFA. You play FIFA?
Yeah, it's been a while, Charlie.
Yeah, but now I can't anymore.
Charlie.
Yeah, but that was one of them. I used to try and play FIFA.
Wow.
Gym. I try and go to the gym from time to time. That's another way I distress. Yeah. Basically, I'll probably try and watch a movie.
Or travel. I mean, now you
travel. Travel. Yeah, that's another way. Change of environment is very important to me because I get very creative when I'm in a different space. You know, so I go and come back with different energy.
Solid.
Yeah.
My last question. I say I've realized that on a lot of your posts, you really did talk about God. In fact, your first pin post, that's what the track they play.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that you're quite loud about God.
Yes.
Why? I mean, go be, you know, why you for be loud about God, like Charlie?
So, you know, God has been so good to me. I know how I started. I know where I was from. You know, I know my beginning and I know where I am now. There's one, I think I've said a lot on this podcast that I've not said anymore. There was a time, right, a very low moment in my life, right, and I was in college and I went to church. I think I'd come for vacation. And I was in a different hostel. Let's say I'd paid for or 7, but I'd changed with somebody.
Okay.
Can we switch rooms?
Yeah.
So I changed with somebody. And then my pastor gave a prophecy, right? And he said, is there anybody that's in this church that's in Brunei? That's not my hostel. Nobody knew I was there.
Yeah.
So I knew this one day is for me. Is there anybody that's in Brunei? This one. And he mentioned my name, Quables. Bear in mind, nobody in the church knows me as Quables. They know me as Ernest.
Yes.
You know? So I knew this one was for me. And the prophecy that he gave, right? And that is what I'm living right now.
Wow.
Because he said, right, I was growing so tall and I was trying to get out of a door. Before I had to bend to be able to come out of that door. And that's how tall I was growing.
Wow.
And, you know, so, and I've received a couple of prophecies like that. You know, so I know that whatever is happening right now is not by my strength. You understand? I know it's not by my strength. It's all God. Wow. He's using me. You understand? Because I don't know how I even find myself in this space. You know, I could have done so many things. There's so many things that I could have done. But the way I feel about helping people and the way I love people and the way, you know, I want to see somebody do so well. If I'm the one that's even be like, you know, being successful, I'm not so excited as compared to when somebody else is. So I feel like I'm being used to do whatever I'm doing. So anytime I sit down and reflect on how far I've come in, I just see it as it's just the grace of God. The grace is transcending from me to all of the other people that I manage. I tell my people in the academy that everybody here is so important because the person that has somebody probably is the least person that anybody pays attention to. That person has some grace that's probably carrying this academy and you probably don't know. You that you're the most popular and everything, you think it's probably not yours, so it is somebody else's grace that's probably holding us down or that's holding this team. So everybody is important. I know I carry some form of grace. So it's transcending to other people. Every other person also has some kind of grace and we all, so it's all God. It's not by my might.
I love this. And I'm so happy. And I just want to tell you that, no, sincerely, Charlie, I really depend you. For let me speak in English so that everybody I have high respect for you.
Yeah.
And what you have done, to be honest, I can't do it. I mean, you've done so well with now it moves just beyond your life, your personal feelings to other people's lives as well. And the whole fact that you trash your dreams, because then this is not what you want to do.
No,
this wasn't what you wanted to do.
At
and
all.
To now build other people, I think that's a very great thing that if we live our lives for others, it makes the world a very beautiful place.
Yeah.
And your work ethic is crazy. I did learn from you past. Wait, this conversation, I can promise you, is for me.
Yeah.
It's to change my mindset. It's to move me from talking and to cooking.
Yeah.
And so, Charlie,
You're already the cook.
Charlie, by the grace, sincerely, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And thank you. For the record, Quables remains the first guest to reach out to, the first big guest, probably on the first big guest to reach out and say that,
let's
hey,
cook.
I want to be here, let's cook, and making the time. And I mean, I think I like the vulnerability, the integrity, and sharing all of this with us. Charlie, I'm very grateful.
It is so.
I'm proud and I'm excited.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And I love the podcast. And I just want to see it, grow and become, bigger than you can imagine.
Wow.
Because you just have to start. You just have to start. And I think you're doing a great job. So it's really going to go far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Charlie, thank you. The grace in the flow for me. People flow
Amen,
Charlie.
amen.
Guys,
Amen.
thank you so much. This has been a conversation with one of the trinity of DWP, Quables. And a squabbler, top guy. This guy has done a lot for the dance community, changed people's lives and destinies, changed the trajectory of people's lives. And today he was very honest with that. You know that this conversation is rich. You know it. You just know it. And so don't keep it to yourself. Please share the conversation, share the link. Share with a friend, comment, say something. Let Quables know that he's doing something great, And of course, our Join News viewers, please subscribe to this content. Wherever you are, we're on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Talk No the Cook Rice. Charlie.
At all.
Charlie, we close. Salute, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie.
Talk no the cook right.